If you're a man over 50 and you want to participate in life with strength and resilience, this video is for you. Hey, it's Avery with Fit and Functional Over 50, the channel that helps men over 50 achieve real-world strength, mobility, and endurance. And today I'm going to geek out on you a little bit, but in a practical way, so please bear with me. I'm going to talk about the 7 fundamental movement patterns, the 3 planes of motion, and why compound movements matter more than isolation exercises, especially as we age. Most fitness advice for older adults falls into 3 categories. It's too gentle, it's bodybuilding focused, or it ignores how we move through daily life. Our bodies don't think in terms of chest day or leg day. It thinks in terms of movement, and that's where movement patterns come in. Our bodies move in 7 fundamental ways. If you train these fundamental movement patterns, you train everything that matters. As human beings, we push, pull, hinge, squat, lunge, rotate, and carry. Let's break that down. We push, like pushing open a heavy door or pushing a lawnmower. We train this with seesaw presses and overhead presses. We pull, like pulling ourselves up or pulling something towards us. We train this with snatches and rows. We hinge. This is hip power, like bending over to pick something up off the ground. We train this with deadlifts and good mornings. We squat, like standing up and sitting down or getting out of our car. We train this with goblet squats and sandbag squats. We lunge. This is single leg strength and balance, like walking up steps, stepping over something, catching ourselves when we trip. We train this with split squats and lunges. We rotate. Life happens in rotation. We twist, we turn, we reach. We train this with mace bell work and rotational work. And finally, we carry, like carrying groceries, carrying luggage, carrying grandkids. We train this with farmer's walks and rack holds. If you train these 7 fundamental movement patterns, you're covering the foundation of human movement. We don't just move in patterns, we move through space, and there are 3 planes of motion. The sagittal plane, which is back and forth, up and down. Think walking, standing up, squatting. Most traditional training lives here, like deadlifts, squats, and lunges. The frontal plane, which is side to side. This is where balance lives, like moving laterally, changing direction, navigating a crowded room or sidewalk. We train this with lateral lunges and suitcase carries. And the transverse plane, which is rotation, like twisting, turning, reaching. Think swinging a golf club or reaching behind you to get something out of the back seat of your car. We train this with windmills and rotational work. Training the 3 planes of motion makes you more resilient. It protects your spine. It prepares you for the unpredictable stuff. So how do we train the 7 fundamental movement patterns in the 3 planes of motion without overcomplicating things? That's where compound movements come in. A compound movement uses multiple joints and muscle groups at the same time. Examples: squats, deadlifts, cleans, and swings. These movements mimic real life. For men over 50, training using compound movements is a big deal because you get more done in less time. You can build stability and coordination. You can load the body safely and efficiently. And you're training movements, not just muscle groups. Isolation exercises have their place, but compound movements build capability. And capability is what keeps us independent at 50, 60, 70, and beyond. So here's the big picture. When you train all 7 fundamental movement patterns across the 3 planes of motion using compound movements, you build a body that's balanced, coordinated, and strong. You're training for independence. You're making yourself harder to break. And that's the goal. Not aesthetics, not ego lifts, capability. In future videos, I'll teach you how to train the 7 fundamental movement patterns across the 3 planes of motion using compound movements with kettlebells, mace bells, slam balls, and sandbags, and how to program workouts that make sense for a man over 50. If you're a man over 50 who wants to stay strong, mobile, and capable for the long haul, not just look good in the mirror, hit subscribe. And if this video resonates with you, give it a like and drop a comment. Let's stay functional.